All right. So my patience is running a little thin because this is the third time I'm making this video and the audio kept fucking up. So this better be the last time I make this video because I'm not making this again. Okay. So why do men love bitches? I got asked this question today and I find that very interesting. I find it interesting because this is something that I believe a lot of women ask themselves, similar to when men ask themselves, why do women love assholes? All right. So let me give you guys my perspective. I'm going to give you two perspectives and let's get started. So for the most part, we gravitate towards what gives us the most value, what makes us feel better, you know? We usually gravitate towards things that other people find valuable. Now, what do we define value? We define value by why other people define value, the pre-selection, by what society defines value, and by what fulfills our current needs, which is also influenced by society, you see? So for the most part, we usually want what we can't have. We usually appreciate what doesn't appreciate us more. For example, let's say that you are an athlete, a professional athlete, and you have a critic. Let's say you're LeBron James, right? And people keep criticizing you. Everyone praises you, my bad. Everyone praises you. Everyone says, oh, you're so awesome, you know. Everyone's on your dick, you know. And there's this one writer who doesn't like you, who's always criticizing you, who's always trying to find a way to talk shit about you. And he's always saying that you cannot win a championship, right? Everybody else believes in you but him. And then suddenly you win a championship. Everyone's saying, I believed in you. Everyone's saying, I knew you could do it. But let me ask you this. Whose opinion are you really going to be looking for? Are you going to be looking for the one who praised you the whole time, who was nice to you? Or are you going to be looking for the one who was an asshole? Or are you going to be looking for the one who's an asshole? Not because you like him, but because they affected your self-esteem more. They made you react negatively more. They made you react more, per se. Compliments, we get used to compliments. Criticism, we don't. We just harbor more resentment. You see, they don't fly by as easy as compliments do. Just like the white part of a sweater. We don't look at the white part. No matter how fucking white it is, we only look at the black part. So when bitches talk to men, they're usually not paying attention. A lot of the things that I teach men on how to attract women are pretty much the behavior that women who think they're hot, who shit don't stink, do on guys. For example, let's say you're in a club setting and the girl's not interested in you, but you're the guy who's going up to approach the girl. You know, you're like, hey, hey girl, what's your name? My name is Alex. And this is what girls do, what bitches do. Yes? Yo, man, I thought you were cute. I had to come over and hit you up, man. Trust me, I have good credit. Okay. Yo, girl, let me tell you something, man. You looking finer than a sticker, some shit like that, right? And she's like, oh, interesting. Okay. You see, like, okay, minimal words, doing that, right? And so I teach this to guys, and so this is all relevant to the conversation, right? So I tell guys, look, do what women do. So a woman goes up, hey, I thought you were cute. Hey, nice. Put my hand out, like. I'm not saying shake my hand, but you know what the fuck I'm saying, right? And you hold my hand. You already came up, so what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna say nothing. We all know who's the one who's pressured to talk, so I'm just gonna chill out. So where you from? And when she says that, I just pause. I'm from New York City. How about you? These are behaviors that women do. You see, that's what I teach guys. So coincidentally, when you actually backward engineer that behavior of someone who doesn't like you, you're gonna get the reaction of people liking you. The funny thing is about life is that the emotion that you're feeling usually has the behavior that gives you the opposite of it. For example, if you feel fear, right? Let's say you're afraid of missing a basketball shot. You know, you're afraid of missing a shot, right? You're in front of the ring. What's gonna happen? I'm afraid. That emotion is there to do what? To help you not feel that. To help you not have that happen, right? But what tends to happen? You fucking get trembly. You get scared, and you fucking lubricate. You pull a LeBron. The emotion was there to help you out, but it sabotaged you. And so we see the same thing there, where when you like someone, the behavior of liking someone is pretty much sabotages you. The behavior of not liking someone pretty much sabotages you, because also the behavior of not liking someone makes them like you more. So we're seeing a pattern here. Having a lot of money and doing business with a lot of money helps you get more money. Like, because you don't need money. Not needing money gets you money. Needing money makes you lose money, because when you go into a business deal needing money, you're going to capitulate more to their desires, because they're going to see a leverage. So when women are bitches, it's not that they're hot, it's that they just happen to have a behavior that gets guys addicted to them. It's the fact that they don't get validation from them, and for the simple fact that they don't get validation from them, a little bit of scintilla of validation is worth a lot more than from you, simply because you give them out so often. It's kind of like it's more dense, you know, kind of like a neutron star, the most dense object in the universe. Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, it is, because as soon as the I think it's the iron, when it keeps going through nuclear fusion to the point that it collapses upon itself and it creates a black hole, something like that. I was reading on PBS Space Time on how black holes are created. But nevertheless, though, like, I'm fucking talking about physics. I love physics. I love quantum physics. I fucking love that shit. But I'm taking tutoring for that. Anyways, I'm going on a subject. But so the validation, right? So that's why when a woman's a bitch, he's gonna respond to her text messages more, because he hardly gets any text messages. He's gonna listen to the things he's gonna listen to the things she says, because she hardly talks to him. Your words value more when there's a lack of it. Your validation values more when there's a lack of it. So if you're a woman and you're constantly giving him validation through giving him attention, thinking that gets him, when he encounters a bitch, he finds a need in him. Men want to feel a need, because the need is going to make him feel the desire for you. Now, that need is felt because of the insecurity that the woman stirs up because of ignorance, because she's ignoring him. Kind of like a baby. When a baby is ignored, he wants the attention. He'll want it more and more. And the baby doesn't just want any attention, it wants attention from you. It's kind of like when you have an enemy. When somebody hurts you, you want revenge. You just don't want to hurt anyone. You want to revenge on one specific person, because they hurt you. So the way you hurt the guy is to ignore him, not giving him the validation what he wants, making him experience a little bit of pain and a little bit of doubt. And then suddenly, right at the fever pitch that he loses hope, you give him a little bit of niceness. He's like, "Ooh, I want some more." Now, the little bit of niceness is kind of similar to a Dorito. A Dorito, you eat a Dorito, and it's good, but as soon as you have a taste of the Dorito, what happens? You want more. You see? Now, let's say I give you a Dorito, but then I'll give you a whole sandwich. Okay? Which one is more satisfying? Each bite of a sandwich, or each bite of a Dorito that's not that many? See, I'm losing the confusion, but the whole point is that I'm saying is that you're going to get more excitement for one individual piece of Dorito, simply because it gives you a taste and it doesn't give you anything more. But the sandwich is more, you get the whole thing, so you get satisfied. So hunger for the thing, I want it, and you get a little bit of taste. You're like, I want this more. And again, you're not reacting to reality. You're not reacting to the actual Doritos. It's not fucking Doritos are not special. Like, if you had a fucking big Dorito and you had it, it wouldn't be as special, because it's a big Dorito. It's a lot of attention. You're being very nice. But when you get only a little bit of Dorito, you have a taste, and you say, damn, what's possible if I have another one? Or I wonder how that would taste like. The lack of Dorito, but the intensity of it, of the taste, makes you want more, and you perceive it as more rewarding, simply because of its scarcity, not because of its essence. So that's the thing, is that you're giving away your attention for free. You're not making them value your attention. And so bitches do that. They make men value their attention. Unintentionally, though. And so that's why you gotta use these tactics. The world is not pretty. If you don't want to play the game right, you're gonna lose. And it's better to play the game, because the game is actually fun when you know how to play it the right way. And it's not as dangerous as it looks. It looks dangerous, but it isn't. Because you could just remove your ego from the outcome, and suddenly the game is fun. You see, it's a crazy thing. Like, It's not that we're fucked up as people. It's that that's how we react. When there's a scarcity of resources, which is in one person not giving us validation by being a bitch, not responding fast, we want them more. Someone who appreciates us for who we are. But remember, it's not a reflection of who you are. It's all based on what you do. You know, like, bitches are wanted more, not because they're better, but because of the lack. So it's not like you're better or worse. It's just that they're using they're playing by a different rule. You play the game right, and you're not gonna have to worry about that. Let me see. So that's from one perspective, okay. And then you have what's the other one? The justifying, the rationalizing, okay. So it's similar to politicians. When you like a politician, simply because you identify your sense of self based on the politician, they could do anything, and you'll say, oh, you know, he has good intentions. You're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because you have good emotions for them. So that's what tends to happen when you like someone. You're gonna rationalize everything they do. If they're an asshole to you, then suddenly you see them picking up I don't know, like trash on the streets. Simply because they picked up the trash in the streets, you're gonna say, you know what? Yeah, he's an asshole, but he's actually very nice because I saw him pick up that trash on the street. So the emotion of I love him, I like him, or the emotion of he's not giving me what he wants, or from guy's perspective, the emotion of she's so cool, like she's awesome, helps you look through a lot of the shit that they do against you, through a lot of mistreatment. You see, for example, it's kind of like a drug dealer. If you buy drugs from a drug dealer and he's the only drug dealer, he can make you wait for 20 minutes waiting for the drugs, and you say he's like, I'm on my way, I'm here, and you're waiting for 20 minutes in the cold. 30 minutes, he's still waiting. 40 minutes, he comes down, gives you the drugs. You're still gonna go back to him. You're gonna say, oh, he's an asshole, but you know what? He got the dope. Not because you like him, but because he has something to offer. And so, rather than feel like a pussy, you say, you know what? He's actually, he's the only one, So I'd rather just go to him. I don't care if he does that to me. You justify it because you like him, or because he offers something. So if I'm an asshole to you, but then suddenly tomorrow I'm nice, you're gonna say, you know, I forgive you. Yeah, you're an asshole to me, but you're nice to me. So the little bit of niceness will cover up a lot of the bad stuff, and that's because you hunger so much for the validation that when you get the validation, it has so much it gives you so much dopamine. It rewards you so much that you just forget all about the bad things. It's kind of like when somebody breaks up with you, all you think about is the good time, despite actually having a lot of bad times, which is remember the good times, because our state only allows us to access memories that's equivalent to that state. For example, if you're depressed, you only think about depressed thoughts. It can't digest happy thoughts. If you love someone, you will only think of good thoughts about them, despite seeing evidence that's otherwise. He's a good boy. Yeah, he fucking chopped 10 people's heads off, but he's a good boy. He's my son. Kind of similar to that, the he's my son syndrome. So that's what good emotions do. That's why I say, like, you can love your friends, but be careful. Don't love them too much, because I'm not saying that don't love your friends, but become aware of the bias that you tend to have, because when you love someone, the emotion will cause you to not see the truth, even though if it's in front of you. Because your emotion will change your perception, and will also change the memories that you access and how you interpret them. That's a whole nother different topic. And that's why state is important. That's why I tell women, don't feel needy, because when you're needy, you're going to interpret everything from those eyes. And you're going to do behavior that equates to those emotions. Feel abundant, feel happy, have higher self-esteem, and that emotion of having high self-esteem will change your perception. If somebody says, fuck you, you don't take it as, fuck you, you take it as, you said, fuck you. You see, like, you use that emotion, of that positive emotion as your atmosphere. Like your atmosphere, the upper atmosphere. It reduces a lot of the UV radiations, and which in this case is negative vibe from people. That's what emotions do. Your emotions change your perception. But yeah, that's why men love bitches, because they treat them like shit. Coincidentally, that behavior is what causes people to become attracted to you, and you can counter that by applying some of these tactics that I teach on this channel. Like, it's possible. You definitely can do it, so you don't need to worry about that. Anyways, this is Alex from My For Track.